Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Back to the Kramer guitar, getting it ready to be basically sanding the piss out of it. I want to show you something here a little bit. All in this area over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Get some of the dust off this thing. I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look at the movement of what I'm doing here, let's see if I could bring it in a little closer. Alright, that might be a little bit better. You can see the movement of what I've got over here. You can see how wavy the finish is. See that? When I get done with this guitar, this is going to be flat as a board. Actually, even flatter. Alright, so in case you were wondering what the hell you were just looking at, well, I took a sanding bit on the Dremel and I went around all of the edges, smoothing them out because they were pretty rough, including the backside of the body where the springs are for the Floyd Rose and the control area. Cleaning it up a little bit, give me some of that, more of that black shit out of it. I sprayed it a little bit with the mold and mildew killer, and then let it sit out in the sun for a while, drying that up. And now I am mixing the part 2 of the epoxy resin, 2-part epoxy resin. So on back side of the body, I ended up filling with a paintbrush the cavities for the controls and the springs for the Floyd Rose, sealing up the wood and giving it a nice smooth surface. That smooth surface is going to be sanded and then painted. And I'm kind of thinking about doing the same thing that I did with the zebra stripe guitar, with making plexiglass panels for the controls and the springs, so you can kind of see inside there, and it's going to be nice and painted. Now, what I was thinking about doing is painting those 2 chambers white and then resealing it with the epoxy resin, the same way that I'm doing it right now, and polish it out a little bit so it has a nice look to it. These guys are going to get hit with the shielding paint and then connect it all together to the control cavity with the on top of one of the pots. Gotta make sure I mix this stuff up really good. Now I'm also going to do a very thin, I sanded this down a little bit to make it a little bit smoother, but there are some cracking going on inside here. I want to seal those cracks up, so I'm going to do a very, very thin brushing of the epoxy resin over the neck pocket. Then I'm also going to do this area as well. As soon as I get this sanded down, I'm going to sand the top down first before I can correct that area that's messed up over there. So you gotta make sure you mix this stuff up really good. So this is a 2-part epoxy resin. You got an A and a B. You got the resin and then you have the hardener. And then right now all I'm going to do is just start coating everything. This is going to be just to fill in all the cracks. So so it's going to be thin. Not going to be very thick at all. Alright, so if any holes get plugged up with epoxy resin, well, that's what drill bits are for, right? So I'm going to let this set up, probably let it set up overnight. It's about 12 o'clock afternoon right now. So just let this thing set up, and hopefully tomorrow it won't be tacky anymore, and I'll be able to start to do some body sanding on this thing. Alright, so I got a little bit of an unboxing to do over here before I go in the garage and start making a very large dusty mess. So let's go ahead and slice this open. That was kind of easy. Alright, so we got some bubble wrap in here. A couple of empty bags in here, which these are good. I'm going to save those. So this is the Kramer Focus. Empty bag. This is supposed to be the 1980 Kramer Focus body, which doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape. Alright, so we got back covers here. Alright. What do we got in this one here? It sounds like there's some loose stuff here. Alright, so we got the output jack, got the controls, 3-way switch, 2-way switch. Alright, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, I wonder if this will fit on the pink Kramer. It just might. Did I destroy all the tape that took off of it? No. So that's the body. It's not cracked anywhere. It's got a little bit of a ding right there. But otherwise it's in pretty damn nice shape. Wow, I'm actually sort of surprised. And that's the neck pocket. So what I was thinking with this is that if the other Kramer, yeah, see, this is a lot deeper than the other Kramer. So what I was thinking with this is if the pink Kramer body is okay, then I will save this for something else. If not, then I'll be using this as the Kramer body, and I'm going to have to round over the edges. Not that big of a deal, but it's kind of nice. And if the other Kramer body is fine, then this will be a different build for something else. Maybe a giveaway guitar or something. I'll have to find a neck for it, and yeah. So I got a lot of those. Anybody need any shipping bags? These will come in handy. I won't have to go and get them at the. I won't have to go and get them when I go to the post office. All right, something else here too. This I already opened, and I'm not too. I don't think I did a video on this or not. But what this is water resistant foam rubber with an adhesive backing on it, and this is about like an 1/8 inch thick, 1/8 of an inch. Now the padding that goes right over here on underneath your Floyd roses, basically that's what this is what this is. So I ordered a bunch of this stuff because this could be used for other things as well, not only just for guitar, but if you need to make feet for something or whatever, this will come in handy for, you know, non-slip feet for, you know, whatever appliance or toy or whatever. This will come in real handy for it. Also perfect for cutting out and using it for the bottom of a Floyd. Now I ordered quite a few of these because you never know when I'm going to need something like this, and it will come in handy. So that's that. Put this back out here. Now it's time to make a mess in the garage. So today what I have going on is the body. I've been doing a little bit of work on it by hand. Got this all sanded down over here. This black here is not the same black as what I found in all this other shit, because this black here is on the top surface. This black, the black that I found inside here was through the layers. So this is different. So they actually have like a sealer over the wood or something. So I got the little hole that was over here all sanded down now. Now it's time to bring this into the garage after all these are basically taken care of. Bring this into the garage and start DAing it with the, was it 220 grit sandpaper? I'm going to start off with, and then hopefully get a primer today too. Alright, for right now this thing is pretty much done sanded. The top is pretty much complete. I still have to work on this edge a little bit over here to straighten it out, but everything else with the top is good. The back, I gotta fill in some of these holes with some wood where the old screws were for the back cover plate, but other than that, body's pretty straight, pretty flat. Edges are all hand sanded to where this nice round edge is still nice and round. When you do it with the DA, sometimes you get some flat spots and you gotta kind of go over it by hand to even it out, so there's no sharp edges around the edges over here. So the way this thing was, corners right here have been repaired, both sides. So yeah, this thing looks like it's to go. It's to finish the build. I haven't came across any problems. Like right here is wood, and haven't seen anything that looks other than this seal coat that they put on there. So after I do a couple of things with it, like fill these holes here, and then go ahead and straighten this out, edge out over here, prime she gets.